This video does not intend to insult or hurt the feelings of Muslims, but its purpose is to show that apostates are human who have feelings and must be given the right to express themselves against their former religion without fear of facing persecution or harm. Simon Wilder, quoting Walt Whitman, Song of Myself, you shall no longer take things at second or third hand, not look through the eyes of the dead, nor feed on the spectres in books. You shall not look through my eyes either, nor take things from me. You shall listen to all sides and filter them from yourself. Move ye with honors. Just when you think you know something, you have to look at in another way, even though it may seem silly or wrong. You must try. Now, we all have a great need for acceptance, but you must trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd or unpopular. Even though the herd may go, that's bad. Robert Frost said, two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. This is a battle, a war, and the casualties could be your hearts and souls. Remove Islamic laws. Break free from Islam and religious beliefs. Hello, greetings, everyone. Sorry, the introduction is long. I have to share this on my Facebook pages, groups, and my profile. So that's why I've kept it long. Let's see who has joined me, or no one, just myself and me. मैं और मेरी तनाई अक्सर बातें क्या करती हैं कि मम्मी होती तो कैसा होता. Mummy is baat pe. Sorry. Okay, this is out of the topic. I've been on my principals page on Facebook. This is nothing like professional. This is all unprofessional stuff going on. So if you have any questions that I can answer, perhaps I would be much grateful to God. If I can answer them. I would really appreciate feedback from Muslims, inviting Muslims. Uh, honest, be honest with yourself. This is what my teacher used to say. Uh, speak the truth. Don't lie. You will save your country. You will save Pakistan. You will save your. There's a helicopter going above us. Yeah, going on. Yeah. So this is my English. I don't know where it comes from. And so here my notes. Please do overlook my English, bad English. Allah and the Prophet Muhammad go against their laws. Now I started to look at reason, right? Which reason will you use for this? So Shias give their reasons. Sunni Islam has given its reason. Shia Islam has given its reasons. Why, at least for this Surah Tahrim, O Prophet, why do you prohibit yourself from what Allah has made lawful for you? So God can now say you are protected. You can dissolve oaths, or you can give kafara. There's a fine. You can break oaths.
Um, but don't use them as a deception. So the certain circumstances, you can break your oaths, and Muslims can break their oaths. Reasons are given, and then what is reason and what is the mind? I went on. You see, the soul's knowledge, spirit's knowledge should have been given to us more than a little. So, and then the ayats say, use your mind. O you who have believed, do not prohibit the good things which Allah has made lawful to you, and do not transgress. However, if the believers do this, then they are transgressors. So you can come here and say salam to me and all this, but please see the stupidity of this. Sorry, I have to be blunt. I don't mean to be rude, impolite, but uh, you don't want the Western people, the Christian prince, to laugh at you. I mean, laugh at this religion, and he's been laughing. How stupid can we be? So even when we reason, and then this in Shia Islam, here we are told the companion, meaning Prophet Muhammad does not err. The companions are told, his companions, that he does not err. And then what kind of reason do the Shias want us to use? According to the Shias, what is the reason? Quran reason? If you use the Quran reason that Allah changes one sign for another and that's okay, and he breaks oaths, it's okay. Here they were told to be soft with the disbelievers, be kind, be just, be equitable, but there uh, we are told not to, because fight those who believe not in Allah nor the last day. Jews gave the Prophet such a fight, and so all the wars were defensive. What about the Christians? This people of the book, it includes Christians also, not only Jews, until they pay the jizya so you can give me all the reasons in the world you like, but here in this ayat I've got this God and Prophet Muhammad. You see this? When all avenues of peace are closed, and on top of that, the army is coming to attack you, Muslims, then only can you wage war out of defense, and you have the right to save your lives, but only and only if they attack when they've closed all avenues of peace. So in Surah Tawbah, although we are told that they broke treaties upon treaties of peace, but now what does it say here? Ayah 29. Fight those also, people of the book, meaning Christians, who gave you shelter. Shame on you, your prophet and God. In Ethiopia, in the message, right, the movie, I don't know in which hadith it is, but I saw in the message movie that the Christian Ethiopian high priest or priest gave shelter to the Muslims, saying these polities are harassing us and expelling us and this and that. Please do something about this. So the Muslims went to the Ethiopian Christian priest. And what about Mubaila Shias? So let's see this verse. Let's see this previous one, Surah Tawbah. Oops. Surah Tawbah, verse 28. Very quickly I said it, but oh God, the thing. Oh, sorry, I don't want the. So what I'll do is, for how long will these prayers go on? So the azan has finished. Believers, those who God knows. Sorry if you can hear the background sound here. Can you hear it? Believers, those who associate others with Allah and His divinity, are unclean. So after the expiry of this year, let them not even go near the sacred mosque. And should you fear poverty, Allah will enrich you out of His bounty. So this is for the polytheists and whoever associate, even the Christians. And then we have no. And then this is for defensive war. No, fight them until and compel. There's no. What about the no compulsion? Not only in Ayatul Kursi. No. So it's right. I'm right. I'm right. What a deception. Surah Tawbah at 29. Fight those who believe not in Allah. Ooh. So what oh my God, he's a killer, mass murderer. He just wants to finish everyone. Or you give him money. Do you see this? And then you're going to say, become Muslim. Why leave your religion? And you're going to come like a snake to me, right? And when I'm not ready, you will, what's this? So fight those who believe not. There's no way am I going to come back to this religion. So what reason are you going to give me now? What about your reason that Islam fought defensive wars? Not one. But it says, fight those who believe not in Allah nor the last day nor hold that forbidden which has been forbidden. Meaning you have to become a Muslim and by Allah and His Messenger, nor acknowledge the religion of truth of the people of the book, Ahl Kitab, Jews and Christians, until they pay the jizya with willing submission and feel themselves subdued. Now, all this blood and sweat and all this, do you think I'm, oh Prophet, why do you prohibit yourself? Here, thou will not find any, Surah Mujadila, verse 22. Thou will not find any people who believe in Allah and the last day loving those who resist Allah and His Messenger, even though they were their fathers or their sons or their brothers or their kindred. For such He has written faith in their hearts, strengthen them. So thou will not, you can't even love them. You can't love them. Surah Mumtahana, verse 8. Allah does not forbid that you be kind and just to those who did not fight against you on account of religion. Doesn't this is a hypocrite Allah. Hypocrite. Don't you see we were following a hypocrite. Here we were like, because yeah, but love not them even if they. So what Abu Bakr did, Shias, Sunnis don't know this, but Shias know that Abu Bakr, Umar were idol worshippers. They say Shias say that no, they probably became Muslims. Maybe let's say and they loved Abu Sufyan. Right now, you see from these ayats, one of these ayats here, one of these ayats. You see what happens is, sorry, Shias, I could. Oh, it's very frustrating. I'm tired. So do not love them. Meaning, now Abu Sufyan has come to meet Ramla, Habiba, as you call her, Ramla, right? Abu Sufyan's. So if you go for reason, it will definitely, there will be some brainwashing when you read the Quran. Because what you have been told and you don't use reason in a way, you'll tell me that the shaitan has barglawed me, made me go astray. And my reasoning is contaminated, meaning, but through the Quran ayats, I realized that even if Shia say this is a fabricated hadith or weak, and the Sunnis also say this, or the Sirat is the story, Muslim sources, this is not the reliable, I still feel through the Quran ayats. You know, those Quran ayats I gave earlier. On one occasion, Abu Sufyan visited his daughter Ramla in her house in Medina. As he went to sit on the apostles' carpet, she folded it up so that he could not sit on it. My dear daughter, he said, I hardly know if you think that the carpet is too good for me or that I am too good for the carpet. She replied, it is the apostles' carpet, and you are an unclean polytheist. Where? Surah Tawbah ayat. Polytheists, they are unclean. I just showed you. So Surah 20, Surah Tawbah, verse 28, right? You want to see it again? Does it matter if I've forgotten? Okay, I forget the Quran ayat numbers and all this. Now tell me if this is not in the Quran ayat, Surah Tawbah ayat. So this, that you are an unclean polytheist. And she didn't even let him sit. And another ayat, which goes with this, for this hadith or sirat, or the life story of al Mu'mineen, Ramla, is, where's my notes? Surah Mujadila, verse 22. Thou wilt not find any people who believe in Allah and the last day loving those who resist Allah and His Messenger, even though they were their fathers or their sons or their brothers or their kindred. For such He has written faith in their hearts. You see? You will say that Abu Sufyan was one of them who expelled the Prophet Muhammad out of Makkah. But then what's happened? They had a treaty with the polytheists. They had a treaty. And so now one of his daughters is married to Prophet Muhammad. Let the father meet the daughter. You do good, right? No, no. You have to do bad. And what are we told? Shias. Oh my God, wait a minute. Imam Zain al-Abidin, water incident where he found one who butchered his father. Imam Sajjad, no, don't. Then you see Sajjad, okay, found his father's butcher. Let's see if we can find the hadith. Butcher. Or these are just hearsay things. in the desert, dying of thirst. No, I've come here to do good, so I will only do good, is what his. Remember the what? No, no, this is about remembering his father's dehydrating slide share. Oh God. No, no, this is. God knows where it is. So we were told, here's maybe, I don't know which, sorry, I don't know which. Uh, so he said, anyways, I was told that Imam Zain al Abidin found his father's butcher dehydrating on the sands of Karbala. Oh, sorry, no, no. Medina, somewhere in the desert. Okay? Maybe in Medina. And so he said, he gave him water, and the person who was dehydrating said, if you knew who I was, you would not give me this water. He said, I know who you are. And then he said, why are you giving me water then? He said, I'm here to do good. And so it doesn't matter that you do bad, but my hands can only give good and do good. And I can only do good. So that's right, huh? So if the Shias are going to tell me, no, no, I'll give you the verse. That this Ramla's case, it didn't happen like this. Because we have Imam Zain al-Abidin who said this and that and was good to the Umayyads, even invited them for meals. Thou will not find any people who believe in Allah and the last day, loving those who resist Allah and His Messenger, even though they were their fathers or their sons. Fathers is enough for Ramla's case, given in the Sunni sources. So I think a headache is coming on. Surah Mumtahana, verse 8. Allah does not forbid that you be kind and just to those that did not fight against you. Let her meet her father. She did not fight against Prophet Muhammad, but her father did, Abu Sufyan. And yet you're not, you know. So who is Nijis? Aren't we all going to say, oh, these Hindus are Nijis? But inside, we're not allowed to say it on the faces. Call them by the names of their fathers. There's no blame upon you for that in which you have erred. So, okay, have I convinced? Have I confused you? Where Allah breaks His laws. Was I clear about that in my last live stream? You see, had your Lord willed, those on earth would have believed, all of them entirely. Then, O Muhammad, would you compel people in order that they become believers? Now, what is happening here? So, God here tells Muhammad in Surah Yunus, verse 99, would you compel the people in order that they become believers? Meaning, don't compel them. Because Allah, your Lord, will those on earth would have believed. So don't compel them. Don't tax yourself too much on that. Don't worry about it. It's between Allah and His banda, human being, His, His, human beings. Surah Tawbah ayat 1, 2, 3. Oh, you have believed, fight against those adjacent to you. So in the end, it says in Surah Tawbah, fight. Even the Ahle Kitab, who have not, but they just resist, it says. Let's see if they also fight your religion. Let's see what the word is used. Let me show you, right? So I cannot accept any kind of dishonesty. Let me tell you, I get very, very angry. Fight those who believe. Now, someone is telling you I get very, very angry. So that's at least, be this much aware that I get very, very angry. This thing I don't like. I get very angry. Fight those who believe not in. And I also get very angry when you fool someone, cheat someone, sell someone short. If they want to sell themselves short, it's okay. But telling people to come in this religion, and look how Allah has deceived us. Fight those who believe not in Allah, nor the last day, nor hold that forbidden, which hath been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger. Yes, they say there's a nice way of saying this, but शराफत की बोली आप लोग अगर नहीं समझते हैं, then what shall we do? And then in this, a Pakistani can come here and stab me, be in London and stab the person. They attacked or a Muslim, God knows from where, attacked Hatun Tash. Again, her apartment, her property. Tried to. So, you think by now I should not be angry? Fight the, how do we say it to you? Nor acknowledge the religion of truth, even if they are the people of the book. Even if they are people of the book. Until वो बेचारे पॉलिथियस का तो सत्यानाश का चुंबर निकाल दिया मक्का से, मक्का में, और अभी इधर ये with the people of the book also, अहले किताब, इनके साथ भी fight करो until they pay the jizya, and if they don't, God knows what you would do to them. Your prophet, what he has done to them. Oh God. Oh my goodness, this is so terrible. You Muslims, you don't see it. How dishonest is this Allah? It tells you to use reason. And then how dishonest are our imams. I feel like shouting. Oh, I just dropped my. It's very slippery actually. Yeah. The pillow is very slippery where I've kept it on. Okay, here Surah Wajah. Ye kya? Al-Kafi. Let me show you, right? This is very, very good. Very, very good. I tell you. Shias. No. I will not make fun of myself. But you see, I don't want to get them angry, right? Because I don't have the जब तरपने की भी ताकत न रही सरवर में मुना में दौलत दुनिया से फिरूं. So तरपने की ताकत, Shia. No, ouch, my head. So the book of intellect, no, this one. First one, you know how important the intellect is. God made it come forward, it came forward. And if God loves someone, he give him good intellect. And there's also bad intellect. I mentioned to Abu Abdullah, Imam Sadiq, about a man afflicted with doubts about wudu, ritual ablutions, and salat, remarking that he was a man of intellect, aqil. Haribol, what are your thoughts on Akhan? Sab kuch milega TM, HD and Super Deluxe. Now you see, I don't know whether you are Indian, what my thoughts are. Why you want to know what my thoughts are about His Highness Al Khan? I've respected him, all this. I just listen to Salim Lalani, what he says. But I think this poor man, His Highness Aga Khan, is a very good, he was very good Imam. And his Aga Khan is also, I really admire His Highness Aga Khan. He peaceful, peace loving. He, His Highness Aga Khan, this fourth, His Highness Aga, like from childhood, we see his picture in the stationery shop because it's owned by his Aga Khani. And Aga Khan is what he has made of Aga Khan is like he pampered them. Now I can see that they cannot, Bichare Allah, Salim Lalani, we are trying that they come out of this Islam. And I would love His Highness Aga Khan to step down like Jiddu Krishnamurti did. But here I'm talking about the Shia, 12 Shias book. What the nonsense is this? Like a Christian prince say, what the heck is this? I also copy Christian prince now. Sorry, Christian prince. Salim Lalani, I listened to him many times, the way he exposed Aga Khan. Yes, you know, His Highness Aga Fourth, His Highness Aga Khan the Fourth, his mother was British, and they're very lenient people like my mother was lenient, freedom, and all this with me. She was very lenient and very affectionate, and they like pluralism, and he very soft person. British. I think because of his mother, he's very, very nice, and he's getting all that bombardment due to his, past forefathers, imams who were from this terrible religion, Islam. So I think he secretly wants I salute His Highness Aga Khan. Because you see, when Salim Lalani said his life in danger, this and that, I could not believe it. So that's why I hear my ears going, like, becoming what they say. Ooh, how can His Highness Aga Khan get Salim Lalani killed? Never heard of such a thing. His Highness Aga Khan never do this kind of thing. I mean, the fourth one. So he's very lenient. If you break a law and his Jamaat very united and helping, so it's pampered, very pampered Ismailis. We will miss, if I will miss His Highness Aga Khan the fourth, can you imagine what will be the condition of the Ismailis when he's becoming old, and I heard he was in the hospital. I feel like crying. So I think secretly His Aga Khan the fourth is involved behind. There's a backing to Salim Lalani. I just feel he's a great person. The only thing terrible is that he's a Shia Imam. And thank God he tried to also tell us through Salim Lalani that he's not the son of Prince Ali Khan, that his mother had an affair before getting married. I think he's a son of some other Britisher, other man. So, and he's very wise. So, if he says it directly, like Jiddu Krishnamurti didn't have many followers. There was this, you see, behind Jiddu Krishnamurti was the lead beater of a Theosophy Society. But that because his people are many and they have been pampered and they've been isolated from, even 12 Shias cannot go to the Jamaat Khana at one time. It was very, very private. and he's very rich. And so they have all the money, and they are just peaceful, progressive, loving, kind. They accept, they adjust, they accept the West. They how His Highness, sorry, that how His Highness Aga Khan has. It's amazing how they've been, what you might call it, brought up. So AKDN also very good and all this. So I'll tell you a secret of mine. It could be delusion. I just don't believe that. Nowadays Salim Lalani is coming up with that His Highness, His Highness Aga Khan terrorist. Now, how can he be a terrorist? But I think His Highness Aga Khan uh, would really very nicely say, leave. Or Salim Lalani has also said this, His Highness has said, don't watch YouTube much and this and that. But I think it's all that His Highness Aga Khan terrorist. That's like, excuse me, Muslims can kill, you know, and no, His Highness Aga Khan just tells his murids, if you do this wrong, you can leave the Jamaat, leave this Ismaili Islam, and you can be a Muslim if you like, but you're not under my umbrella anymore. And the Jamaat will not, like, you know, we can help you, but you just excommunicated from Ismailism. As for charging and all this, and so I think I also have a little prejudice because my Khojas Sindhis, I felt were the best, even better than Hindus. Um, in our in their eyes, there wasn't that lecherous look that I find in some Pakistani Muslims. Yeah. Or so, the Londoners or the Britishers or the Europeans, Westerners, they drink, but there's not that lecherous look inside their eyes when they look at you. And these Pakistanis, moreover, when they drink, they look very like, I don't want to go near. Anyways, you don't want to go near there with some of these Pakistani Muslims and all. The Arabs, when they drink, and the eyes are very, like you don't want to go near them, right? Arab Muslims. So हया चली जाती है ना, shame and all this goes away. But but the Britishers, वो shame रहती है. Britishers have that shame in them. Because the reason why I'm picking on Britishers is because I've lived in London in my childhood, 3 years, and later on. So the way he exposed Aga Khan. I think he's doing. I wasn't allowed to bring out the secret. So Jiddu Krishnamurti, you see, he had to step away, but it's. I think His Highness Aga Khan is fed up of this religion. Oh, so no, I could be wrong. But being a terrorist. So Jiddu Krishnamurti was man enough to dissolve his. This Theosophy Society wanted to make him a world leader, and he stood up one day and he came and said that I dissolve this. I feel truth is a pathless. Truth is pathless land. So this is a very, very strict copyright it has. I haven't asked for permission from this site, jkrishnamurti.org. See, 3rd August 1929. But I wish that His Highness Al Khan could do something like this. But maybe he can't because he has to prepare his Ismailis. And so Salim Lalani is the one who is doing. His Highness is very honest man. The only thing that makes him dishonest is this Islam and being an imam of this dishonest religion. The Order of the Star in the East was founded by the Theosophical Society in 1911 to proclaim the coming of the world teacher. Krishnamurti was made head of the order. On August 3rd, 1929, the opening day of the annual Star Camp in Oman, Holland, Krishnamurti dissolved the order before 3,000 members. Below is the full text of the talk he gave on that occasion. We are going to discuss this morning the dissolution of the Order of the Star. Many people will be delighted, and others will be rather sad. It is a question neither for rejoicing nor for sadness, because it is inevitable, as I am going to explain. You may remember the story of how the devil and a friend of his were walking down the street when they saw ahead of them a man stoop down and pick up something from the ground, look at it, and put it away in his pocket. The friend said to the devil, "What did that man pick up?" "He picked up a piece of truth," said the devil. "That is a very bad business for you then," said his friend. "Oh, not at all," the devil replied. "I'm going to let him organize it." So you see how they say organized religions, dangerous. "I maintain that truth is a pathless land, and you cannot approach it by any path whatsoever, by any religion, by any sect. That is my point of view, and I adhere to that absolutely and unconditionally. Unconditionally. Truth being limitless, unconditioned, unapproachable by any path whatsoever cannot be organized. Nor should any organization be formed to lead or to coerce people along any particular path. So don't do it for moral reasons, this reason, that reason. If you first understand that, then you will see how impossible it is to organize a belief. A belief is purely an individual matter, and you cannot and must not organize it. If you do, it becomes dead, crystallized. It becomes a creed, a sect, a religion to be imposed on others. Finally, this is what happened in the Quran, we are told. This is what, and then we find reasons for this, explaining it away. Imposed on others. This is what everyone throughout the world is attempting to do. The truth is narrowed down and made a plaything for those who are weak, for those who are only momentarily discontented. Truth cannot be brought down. Rather, the individual must make the effort to ascend to it. You cannot bring the mountain to the mountaintop to the valley. If you would attain to the mountaintop, you must pass through the valley, climb the steeps, unafraid of the dangerous precipices. Now we have these dangerous precipices. Muslims saying, if they find out anyone has blasphemed against Prophet Muhammad, they can take the law in their hands and go and stab them and kill them and all this. So that is the first reason. From my point of view, why the Order of the Star should be dissolved. In spite of this, you will probably form other orders. You will continue to belong to other organizations searching for truth. I do not want to belong to any organization of a spiritual kind. Please understand this. I would make use of an organization which would take me to London, for example. This is quite a different kind of organization, merely mechanical, like the post or the telegraph. I would use a motor car or a steamship to travel. These are only physical mechanic, mechanisms which have nothing whatever to do with spirituality. Again, I maintain that no organization can lead man to spirituality. If an organization be created for this purpose, it becomes a crutch, a weakness, a bondage, and must cripple the individual, cripples the individual, and prevent him from growing, from establishing his uniqueness, what lies in the discovery for himself of the absolute unconditioned truth. So that in another reason why I so that is another reason why I have decided, as I happen to be the head of the order, to dissolve it. No one has persuaded me to this decision. This is no magnificent deed, because I do not want followers, and I mean this. The moment you follow someone, you cease to follow truth. So remember that Quran ayat. If you love Allah, follow me, Allah will love you. The moment you follow someone, you cease to follow truth. Please understand this. See it. I'm not concerned whether you pay attention to what I say or not. I want to do a certain thing in the world, and I'm going to do it with unwavering concentration. I'm concerning myself with only one essential thing: to set man free. I desire to free him from all cages, from all fears, and not to found religions, new sects. Sorry for this. I found religions, new sects, nor to establish new theories, and it goes on. It's very, very long. So you can read this. I just short by set man free. Right. Thank you, jkrishnamurti.org website. And so now we go to, you see this? So copyrights infringement, copyrights rules very, very strict here. This information will be retained on the basis of consent. You can withdraw your consent at any time. Details of your rights and how you can withdraw your consent can be found in our privacy notice. Website is the official repository of the teachings of Jiddu Krishnamurti, made possible by the Krishnamurti Foundations. KFT, KFA, KFI, FKLA, copyrights 2022. Okay, so let's get out of here now that I've used it. And sir, because you see, recently also about Hinduism, sorry to say this, Haribol, I found out that in Japan, there's this Fidu deity they worship. And you say that Durga Ma, the three of them, Shiva, Shiva, Brahma, and all, killed him. But he's still here. He's worshipped in Japan. Akala or Achala, the immovable. You see, this one, so there's confusion in me now about Hinduism too. One of your Hindu Vishwanites said that, those who think I'm communicating with them are ungrounded and there's a superiority complex in them. So I felt that he was communicating to me. You see, so this problem, I left him, but then, what happened is I wanted to find a healing for myself. So, and I felt that since he said, like, he only communicates with his bhaktis, he's from Bhakti Marga, so his members. So I felt if he's a Kalki or something, shouldn't Kalki be saving the world, setting the world free? Not only his members, but those who need help, the oppressed. For God says, call on me And if he says he's God, then why is he only limited to his members? So, anyways, I felt helpless and I had this strong delusion that it's communicating with me. And I don't want to have that ego and use him for that superiority feeling that I'm Radha Rani or something like this. I felt a big lapse of justice has taken place. And recently, someone got sick. She's in Vrindavan. Uh, you see? So I said, okay, if I'm getting signs from you that you are Kalki Avatar, then may she get well. And I had to bet this like that. Then you are Kalki Avatar on her sickness. So then I realized, what am I doing? This is all wrong. Anyways, she did not get well. And she's pregnant and she's suffering. She had a fever. She had to go out for the some celebration, Hindu festival. And that's not right. And I feel the Hindus are quite negligent also and dishonest. Now you see here we are told this Achala in the Sadanamala or Sadanamala, the gods Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma, the gods Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma, and Kandarpa described as wicked beings. Do you see this? If you don't see it, please open the Wikipedia. Since I see that you are concerned and how what I feel about Khan, so as you asked the question, I want to answer you. And more about the Hindus also. Wicked beings who subject humanity to endless rebirth are said to be terrified of Achala because he carries a rope to bind them. So I didn't want to get back the Hindus in any way. I was just then, I said, let me retrieve from leave Bhakti Marga and Paramahamsa Vishwananda, Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji, Sadguru, all the Hindu sages and find some other help because I'm here in unbearable pain. So I found this other channel which gives a thing for, if any evil eye, negative energies. And I felt I was deteriorating and I didn't even realize how much weaker I had become from the past and wasn't attentive, wasn't alert at all about my thing. And just very, very ungrounded. It's true what Paramahamsa Vishwananda said. Very, very ungrounded. And desperately holding on to signs and all this. So not for superiority complex, but help. And he put the blame on us, but I said, thank you, God. Because, I had targeted him. I didn't like his ways at times. I think he's very strict with his bucks also. And the way he, anyways, so thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you. So I found the strength within me to say, thank you, God. Because, then if someone uh, uh, blames you, like just when you let go, when you're silent, you just feel that grace coming, peace. But, in my sickness, they wouldn't even allow me. I felt a force here, negative, that wouldn't even allow me to just walk away gracefully, silently walk away. I was hitting at people and started to abuse and all that. So that wasn't good for my state of being. It made me more and more disturbed. So you see, now we have this. So I was just looking for other ways for healing, and I found Achala, meaning Fudo. Sorry, I still have a problem taking his proper name. I apologize. So described as these Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma, and who's Kandarpa? Let me see. This is the first time I'm checking. Kamadeva. Who's Kamadeva? Creative power of the universe. So this is another Hindu Hindu. Deity, Hindu god of love. You know, like the, who was he? Cupid. Cupid. Oh, described as wicked beings who subject humanity to endless rebirth, are said to be terrified of Achala. Now we are told that, Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma, and then the Hindus have their own stories about Durga Ma being created and killing this person. Maybe he's Mahasura, right? What the nine knights of the goddess. Although, yes, the Buddhists don't have a female who won over the evil ones, but we are told that these four actually, Hindu gods are all evil, devils. They make people come back. And you know how hard you have to work for a guru, those old gurus of India, Hindustan, Bharat. You had to sweep for them and you had to become their slaves, and the rishis, how many years they contemplated and all this. So, Sab Kuch Milega, TM, HD, and Super Deluxe. Sorry, I don't mean to hit on you or anything, but since you asked me a question and this thing came up, I'm telling you what I found. So, these Hindu gods are also considered to be devils, demons. Now, what to believe in, which story to believe in. But anyways, I'm sticking to Achala for now because the gurus, they failed me. It's been so many years. So at least we have this, if the Hindus, they know the spiritual art, they can even do jadoo and all this black magic on you. And the three Hindu gods now will not win since I have Fudu, Mayo, and the On Yomi reading of his Chinese name. Achala as Fudo. So lately I found him. I don't like a Fudu Mayo. I can't even pronounce his name properly. Can't remember his name. I keep calling him Fidu Fidu. It's Fudu. And sorry about that. So you see, and these gods, Hindu gods, are terrified of him because the rope he has. He ties them up with the rope. So all this going on. God knows what the true story is. So I don't mean to hurt, harm, or ridicule anyone or put anyone down. But this thing needs to be seen and properly. It's not a humanity is not your toy that you can just neglect and toy around with other people's lives and say you're giving them spirituality. This is even worse kind of dishonesty in the name of Allah, in the name of Devi, Deva, Shiva, in the name of Vishnu, in the name of Sanatan Dharma. What are you people doing? So that makes me really angry and upset, hurt. Once a therapist told me that your anger comes out of hurt. You must have been really hurt or betrayed, feeling hurt. So thank God I found him. Now, if the Hindus do any black magic or anything on me, I have him. What is interesting is here, right? So Hindus also come down on earth. I mean, get grounded, right? You think you are the best? No, you are not. Come down to earth. Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to. No, but you know why I'm saying this? Not because I think I'm something or I'm ungrounded, but who do you think you are to misguide people? Are you sure? Come on, this is about human life. You can't. So, those of you sensible, good intention, good people, please join me. In fact, I beg you to join me so we can save people from all this deception. I feel for so many years I followed, but I couldn't do yoga, and I've done yoga in uh, my school years and all this. It doesn't really help me. And then I've joined a yoga institute, tried to do yoga there, sticking out my tongue and all this. It turned black. You know that cat position. So I left the yoga thing. It's not my cup of tea. And there's also Qigong. You see, this master is very good. He says, look, it's not about, even he says Buddha. It's not about Buddha, Jesus Christ, or Vishnu. It's about you, your freedom, your life, your body. So please be good to it. It's about you. It will help you. Qigong. So he's learned it. There's a master Chunilin. Chunilin. I hope I've pronounced his name properly. So Qigong is very good. They will show you. You don't have to go up on, sorry, you don't have to be like rishis. You just learn a little bit, test it there and then. It works. So he shows you Master Chunilin, you know, you can feel it a little bit in your fingertips, right? So sorry, sab kuch milega, TM, HD and Super Deluxe. मुझे अभी to tell you the truth, I had to say this against the Hindus. Been through a lot of lies and dishonesty. This is his official place, Spring Forest Qigong, it's called, and his organization. Home. You can go to his website and please use this and save yourselves. So, oh, just trying to see my mic is on. Yeah. And so this is for you. Please spread the word if you care for human beings. Now I'm losing my breath. I need to rest for a little while. Thank you for being here, and hope you are concerned, like I am, about human beings to suffer so much and not get nirvana, and then to have people suffer, trouble others due to this madness. But this, I will not regret this Islam thing against Islam, exposing Islam for sure. This is my passion. Where's your reason? Shias. I showed you from Al Kahfi, some selected hadith. Okay, my energy is gone. So sorry. Any more questions? Sorry, I have to leave, right? Take a break. Maybe I'll come back later on. Maybe I'll need rest. If the headache comes on, then I won't be able to come on. Thank you very much. God bless you and your family members. And wish you the best, beautiful life. सब कुछ मिलेगा TM